Alison Krauss is an American singer and songwriter who is most known for winning a total of 26 Grammy Awards as either a performer or songwriter, which is more than any other woman in the world. This is an achievement to be held in high accolade amongst her many others. Early in life, Krauss had no intention of either singing or getting into the bluegrass music industry, primarily focusing on classical violin. It wasn't until her mother, who played the guitar, entered her into a number of county fair music competitions, most of which she won. As a result of this, she was labeled a virtuoso by Vanity Fair magazine, as was also approached by Dan Tyminski, who had later from the band Union Station, who to this day performed live with Alison. Her first recording would come in 1985 when her debut album, Different Strokes, featuring Alison on fiddle, her brother Victor on bass, and Swamp Vice on guitar, was recorded in Illinois. The album was low budget and grainy, having only 250 LP press run. However, it was the tinder that ignited Krauss's passion for performing and recording. She enjoyed playing with her brother's band, adding a spark to the tracks with her hypnotic playing, as well as continuing with the band Union Station. In 1987, she was juggling her time well, releasing her first solo album, Too Late to Cry, whilst simultaneously recording and playing with the Union Station, with whom she released Two Highways. This was Krauss's first Grammy Award nomination, and whilst she didn't win, it certainly helped to pave the path of her success in receiving awards. Shortly after, Krauss recorded her second solo album, I've Got That Old Feeling, which was an instant success. Not only did it propel her to number 61 on the Billboard Country Album chart, the title track was her first to include a music video, and was also her first track to win a Grammy Award, winning Best Bluegrass Recording at the 1991 Awards. This made her notorious within the bluegrass and country community and led to a number of collaborations with established stars such as the Cox family, Shenandoah, and even supergroup Crosby, Stills, and Nash, leading to even more awards and recognition. The peak of Krauss's career came in the late 90s to 2000s, beginning with her album, Now That I Found You, a collection, which features original tracks for her earlier albums and covers of songs such as The Beatles, Bad Company, and The Foundation and Dan Schaefer. The title track, Now That I Found You, received another Grammy Award for Best Female Country Vocal Performance and produced the country hit, When You Say Nothing at All, which was a huge song for three artists, but ultimately propelled Krauss to her first solo country top 10. Later on, Krauss continued her success, landing 2 tracks on the Buffy the Vampire Slayer soundtrack, a further 25 Grammy Awards, and overall renewing the interest of bluegrass and country music within the contemporary scene. Previously, Krauss has stated her main influence to be vocalists Lou Gramm and Paul Rodgers, as well as musicians Tony Rice and J.D. Crowe. Recent albums of hers, including Paper Airplane and Lonely Runs Both Ways, were a challenge for her to make due to the constant migraines Krauss was facing. Despite this, both albums won Grammys, with the latter getting 3 for Best Country Performance by a Duo or Group with Vocal, Best Country Instrumental Performance, and Best Country Album. It could be said that the majority of Alison's success has been isolated to the United States, where the bluegrass and country music scene is still present and growing. However, her talent has not been missed by stars from across the world. This year, she collaborated with Italian opera tenor Andrea Bocelli on the track Amazing Grace, which is featured on his latest album, Believe. What's more, the music of Alison Krauss and Union Station has inspired countless other bluegrass and country bands with the sound of Dutch American band The Common Linnets, American singer and songwriter Emmylou Harris, and American band Nickel Creek, all being likened to them. Alison Krauss's vocal is like no other. While some bluegrass singers can fall into the trap of over-accenting their vocals in order to fit with the genre, to the point where it is almost a comical representation, Alison adds just what is needed, a slight twang, nothing too overpowering, yet still noticeable. On certain tracks, such as I'll Fly Away, she effortlessly harmonizes with Gillian Welch, almost adopting her intonation and accent in order to fit with the traditional bluegrass banjo and mandolin instrumental. On the other hand, when duetting with Andrea Bocelli on gospel song Amazing Grace, her soft, angelic voice has a jazz-like quality, with tones of gospel and even opera seeping through, much like the vocals of Irish group Celtic Woman. Praise must also be given to Union Station and Alison Krauss as a collective, with Jerry Douglas on slide guitar, Dan Tyminski on vocals, guitar and mandolin, Barry Bales on bass, Ron Block on guitar and banjo, and Larry Atamanuik on drums and percussion, all of which have individually added something unique and exciting to both the live performance and recording of Alison Krauss and Union Station. Despite Krauss's wealth as a result of producing a realm of hits for herself and others, she is known for being one of the most humble and down-to-earth personalities in the business. In fact, in an interview with The Guardian in 2011, she notes that her expensive stage attire is often the choice of others, noting that she had no idea as to why she wore $2 million diamond-encrusted shoes in her 2004 Oscars performance, claiming she probably had the worst feet of anyone who was there. At the same awards show, during an interview with Joan Rivers, she states that her Grammy record won't last long, but alas, she was wrong. You can check out the Carly of Spotify to listen to the original tracks of the artist. It's a curated playlist with the most popular songs.